Does your cat wake you up every single morning, meowing at the door, pawing at your face, maybe just full on sitting on your chest until you surrender? It's frustrating, especially when all you wanted was 10 more minutes. But here's the truth. Your cat isn't doing this to ruin your morning. There's almost always a specific reason behind it. Here are the 7 most common ones, and what you can actually do about each. Reason number 1, your cat is hungry. This is the most common trigger by far. Cats pick up on routines fast, and if breakfast usually follows shortly after you wake up, your cat may start nudging that wake-up time earlier and earlier. A nudge on the cheek, a meow by the bed, a paw on your face. It's all shorthand for it's time to eat. The habit gets reinforced every time you feed your cat right after getting up. To break the cycle, try delaying breakfast until after part of your morning routine, or use an automatic feeder if the wake-ups are happening well before you'd like. But what if your cat's already been fed and still won't let you sleep? That one has nothing to do with food. Reason number 2, your cat wants your attention. Sometimes it's simpler than hunger. Your cat just wants you awake and engaged. If jumping on the bed or vocalizing at your face has ever gotten you talking, petting, or even just annoyed and moving, your cat may have learned that's an effective way to get a reaction. Quality play before bedtime helps drain that need for interaction, and not responding immediately to early wake-up attempts, as hard as that is, teaches your cat that this particular tactic doesn't guarantee attention. If food and attention are both ruled out, the explanation gets a lot more biological. Reason number 3, your cat's internal clock. Cats run on a natural rhythm that tends to make early morning one of their most active windows. Not because anything's wrong, just because that's when their body clock says, go. Your cat may simply be ready to explore or play while you're still very much asleep. A consistent feeding and bedtime schedule can nudge that rhythm closer to yours over time, even if you can't override it completely. If your cat's waking you well before sunrise, though, the internal clock alone probably isn't the full story. Reason number 4 is your cat has pent-up energy. A cat that didn't get enough activity during the day often has leftover energy by morning, and that energy has to go somewhere, usually into zoomies, vocalizing, or using your bed as a launch pad. A short, dedicated play session before bed, especially with a wand toy or something equally interactive, can burn off that surplus and buy you a longer, quieter stretch of sleep. Even a well-exercised cat can still disturb your sleep, though sometimes it's not about energy at all, but instinct. Reason number 5, your cat's hunting. Instincts. Underneath the domestication, your cat is still wired as a hunter, and early morning happens to be prime hunting time in that instinct. A foot shifting under the blanket, or a hand moving in your sleep, can look exactly like prey to a cat's brain, which is often what turns into a surprise pounce at 5 a.m. Redirecting that instinct toward interactive toys during actual playtime, instead of letting your hands or feet serve as stand-in prey, tends to cut down on these wake-ups significantly. If hunting instinct isn't the trigger either, the cause might be something you've unintentionally built yourself. Reason number 6, you've accidentally trained. This one's more common than most owners realize. Every time a wake-up behavior, vocalizing, pawing, climbing onto you, gets a response, whether that's getting up, giving attention, or serving food, your cat learns the behavior works. Repeat that enough mornings in a row, and it becomes a fully established part of the daily routine. Breaking it takes consistency. Don't reward the behavior in the moment, and wait until your cat is settled before offering food or affection. It won't change overnight, but most cats do adjust with patience. There's one final reason that has nothing to do with habits, and it's the one worth taking most seriously. Reason number 7, age or health changes. If a cat that slept soundly for years suddenly starts waking you up regularly, don't assume it's just a new quirk. Older cats, or cats developing certain health conditions, can become more restless or vocal in the early hours, sometimes linked to changes in vision, hearing, cognitive function, or an underlying medical issue. If this shift is new and comes with other changes like increased thirst, weight loss, confusion, or appetite change, it's worth getting checked by a vet. Catching something early tends to make a real difference. Whatever's behind the wake-ups, your cat isn't trying to sabotage your sleep. It's communicating it, whether that's food, attention, energy, instinct, habit, or something worth a vet visit. Once you know which one applies, calmer mornings are usually within reach for both of you. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Cat Secrets for more simple, trusted cat care tips every week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.